Hi everybody, it's Catherine here, Jane Catherine on Books, and it's a charity shop book haul. Got so many charity shops here in sunny Scarborough, and you can get some really good bargains. And actually I find it quite exciting and thrilling to be going and seeing what they've got and what bargains we can pick up. And also there's books there that I've never even heard of and authors I've never heard of, so that's great. So I'll start with a couple of books that I got from somebody called Joseph Connolly, an author called Joseph Connolly. I've not heard of him before, but actually he has published 10 or 11 books, I think, by Faber and Faber, and he used to write, he used to be a restaurant columnist. He doesn't do that anymore, I believe, but that was sort of his, you know, obviously like a journalist and writing these columns. So he does have some biographical books about people and also some books about his restaurant trips and reviews, but these are two of his novels I picked up. So This Is It is the first one that I've got here. Look at that cover, Great London Bus on there. This one, oh goodness me, this is awful to see. I've looked at this once. It says Eric, excuse me being like this, Eric Pizer lies twisted and barely conscious in a Hampstead street, the double-decker that has just smacked into him trundling off into the distance. And yet this, he somehow felt, was just the beginning. Oh God, he simply knew that this was just the bloody start. So looking forward to that. It's a bit difficult, sorry, I'm not going blind. I know I keep swapping my glasses, but it's very, there's a lot of glare on that and it's small writing. The next one's called Stuff. This is quite funny. Again, really wacky cover on that. You know, it's like my lad, I'll sort of get in touch with my lads, you know, that are in the 20s and say, hi, what you doing? You know, what's happening? Oh, you know, stuff. So, yeah, this one, to Emily, her interior design business is everything. But to her clueless husband, Kevin, it's just all so much stuff. This is set in Brighton on the south coast of UK, so looking forward to those. Yeah, new author for me. The next one is The Book of Hours. I've got this thing about collecting books about books and, you know, things to do with bookshops and books, which I think many booktubers have that. It says a crumbling English manor slowly gives up its secrets. Ooh, yeah, and we've got a black cat on there. So this is by T. Davis Bunn. I'll leave the details down below because T. Davis Bunn. Another author that I've not come across. In actual fact, he is he's the author, the novelist in residence at Oxford University. It's actually at Regent's Park College, Oxford University. So he works there with the students that are on all literary courses. He also writes as Thomas Locke. So if anybody's not come across him as T. Davis Bunn, you may have come across some of his work as Thomas Locke. I've not come across him as either, I've got to be honest. And the interesting thing I found out about him, that his very first mentor was Arthur C. Clarke, you know, of the science fiction fame. So yeah, very exciting. So this is, you'll forgive me for saying so, the matter is out of your hands, replied the real estate agent. The inheritance taxes are 2 years overdue, notices have been filed, and the date for the foreclosure auction has been set. I regret to inform you that come the end of next week, unless you can raise £630,000, the estate is not yours to keep. I think there'll be a bit of, don't know too much from that really, doesn't say too much, bit of magical realism, I think. We'll see how that goes. So let me turn over the page, see what I've put about the next one. The next one, Cold Light, Jenn Ashworth. Now I have heard about Jenn Ashworth on Simon's channel, Savage Reads. She is an author that he really admires, and I think in one of his recent unboxing of all his books videos that he's done, he does mention Jenn Ashworth, and that's where I first heard of her as an author and been on the lookout for something by her. Cold Lights. It says author of A Kind of Intimacy. They have mixed reviews. I do feel that you look her up, Amazon, all the other book companies, and on Goodreads she does have mixed reviews. But you know, Simon, I very much respect what Simon has to say, and so I'm going to give her a try. And this is the tale of 3 14-year-old girls and a volatile combinations of lies, jealousy and perversion that ends in tragedy. Except the tragedy is not quite what it seems. Don't really want to know much more than that. But yeah, interesting. And then finally, I found a debut novel, the debut novel by Kate Atkinson. Now, Kate Atkinson has written, Life is Life, many books that have been reviewed on Booktube. But this is behind the scenes. Sorry, I forgot to say what it was. Behind the scenes at the museum. Lovely cover, actually. It's got some lovely gold shiny bits on the bottom. This is her debut novel. And it was £1.99. So you know how I love my bargains. In fact, all those books were either £1.50 or £1.99. And I just bring them home and scrape the labels off and give them a good clean. So, let's have a look. Ruby Lennox was conceived grudgingly by Bunn and born while her father George was in the Dog and Hare in Doncaster. Well, actually, coming from South Yorkshire, I know Doncaster very well. We used to go nightclubbing there back in the day. Yes, the Dog and Hare in Doncaster telling a woman in an emerald dress and a D-cup that he wasn't married. But Bunty never wanted to marry George, but here she was stuck with 3 little girls in a flat above the pet shop in an ancient street beneath York Minster. So I can't wait to get into that. Know Doncaster from my 18-year-old clubbing days when we used to go around Sheffield and Doncaster, and I live about an hour away from York. So very interested to get into this and see where this takes me. And yes, Kate Atkinson, can't do wrong for getting one of hers. So that's what I got, all of the books that I got from the charity shop. Now the only one that I want to also include here is I'm not doing a library book haul this month because I've got so many books to review for NetGalley that I just didn't want to be taking loads of library books. So I just thought I'd add in our library book club read here. And this is A Dictionary of Mutual Understanding by Jackie Copleton. Can't wait to get into this. And you know that I like a lot of my war fiction. This is when somebody knocks on the door and says that he's this lady's grandson. She thought that he'd been killed back in the day in, I think when they dropped the atomic bomb. And she thought that this grandson had actually died. So he turns up, this badly scarred, and I think we get some backstory reflecting back on the time during the war and what happened then. But also, it's as if she's got to work out if in fact he is truly her grandson. I can't wait to get into this. It sounds great. So there we go. Just to let you know about my exciting charity shop haul. It can get a bit of an obsession, I think, because it's so exciting going round them and getting them new books, new titles, and a bargain to boot. So there we go. Hope there's something there that you like the look of. Let me know if you know any of the authors that I've discussed so we can have a chat about them and see what you feel. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see what's coming next. Bye for now.